Good morning, folks. When you think of a manufactured home, what do you think of? Like when you think of a mobile home, what do you think of? What about you?
Trailer park?
Kind of trailer park, sort of run down sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? Well, this is interesting because this is the RV/MH, which is not motorhome, but is actually manufactured home Hall of Fame. We walked through, it's a sort of a newer exhibit, and I think they did just a great job.
We've never seen it. This is the first time it's been open since we've been back.
And now we're going to show you guys, because I think you're going to enjoy it. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I think it's a pretty big winner.
Yeah.
Let's check this out, because I think this might change your perception on manufactured or mobile homes. The Schooler Manufactured Housing Museum. I want to give you guys a heads up. It's a little dark in here, but I love these benches. I don't know what it is about them, but I think these are so cool. Anywho, as we walk on in, there is a lot of displays, and
good job. I can see the sun is just letting set. Be careful as you exit this wagon.
Well, essentially, this, if you can see, is kind of a representation of a covered wagon, one of the original homes on wheels, right? Covered wagon, also known as the gypsy wagon or Conestoga wagon, is largely considered to be the origins of both the RV and the manufactured housing industries. And looking at one of these living quarters on wheels, it is visually apparent why this would be the case. It is believed that the first covered wagons were built near the Conestoga River, hence the name, in Pennsylvania circa 1715 by German immigrants looking to move their families and belongings westward across the natural terrains of the New World. So, anyways, it might be even longer than that. Gypsy wagons long before that. Who knows? But we think we can all agree. Oh, they're like throwing sound in here. It's so weird. It is such a trip. Anyways, I think we can all agree though that these are basically just an RV. They're kind of a tent on wheels, which is what an RV really is. That's its most basic level. The 1929 covered wagon was the first production travel trailer. The Covered Wagon Company became the largest trailer manufacturing company during the 1930s. Essentially, a travel trailer is just a bed with walls, right? That's kind of what it is. But Corin's Mobile Homes since 1955. This is just a beautiful. It's a Chevrolet 3100. But why is this on display? Because that at one point was considered a mobile home. This is a 1934 Schultz house trailer manufactured in Elkhart, Indiana.
So while other early manufacturers in the 1930s trended toward building camping travel trailers or motorhomes, the Schultz company started down the path of building homes on wheels. They proved to be exceptionally important during World War II, and mobile homes were one of the solutions to serious temporary housing needs.
And I would argue that we have those same exact needs today. Nothing has changed. Yeah. In 1934, immediately after seeing an early mobile home at the 1933 Chicago World Fair, Wilbur was inducted in the RV/MH Hall of Fame in the very first class in 1972. Considered one of the greatest pioneers of the manufactured housing industry. But what is the difference between a camping trailer and a a home, a mobile home? I think very little, other than when you consider there was probably a couch in one of these back then in the 30s, 40s, even the 50s. Those really...
I think initially it was bathrooms.
Was it the bathrooms? Because Airstream was the first one to actually have, which would have been a travel trailer. I think they marketed it as a travel trailer, didn't they? That's kind of interesting. They were the first ones to have one of the self-contained bathrooms. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the feature of amenity. But comparing this to today's units, our RVs or our camping trailers, right? Like, oh, that thing is just such a beauty. There's not much of a difference at all, I don't think. But this is one of my I think both of our favorite travel trailers in general, I would say, is a Spartan. And if you're not familiar with a Spartan, they're very, very recognizable. This is a 55 Imperial Mansion, and I would argue that this is very mansion-esque. They're very recognizable because most frequently they will have a big, beautiful window on the front, large windows on the side for the most part. Obviously, they kind of taper down, but also clad in aluminum. Riveted together. This guy, I would not... this is one trailer that I'm like, yeah, I mean, I could tow it, we tow it, but I'd be going, I've been going pretty slowly, and oh my goodness, isn't this just incredible? It's a TV. It's one of your boob tubes. Oh my goodness, I love the grating there. That's kind of cool. You know, you're a little thicker than Luan, most likely. Very, very slightly, but it might be just a... Aren't these beautiful? Look at those.
I mean, these are wider and longer than RVs are at this point. Like, I think that's kind of...
At that point, yeah.
Becomes the distinguishing factors like length and width.
Which today, again, they're just... This is more reason to believe that RVs today are... They should be full-time livable. I mean, and I think most of them are. Because they are wider today. They are... Some of those are pretty long, you know? And very affordable. But a lot of folks would have you believe, well, they're just not built for full-time. People are full-timing in this, and this is amazing, don't get me wrong. But you know, it's all about the space that you need. And they're using, I love this, you know, propane stove, you got a double basin sink, you know, but you got a fridge, and this fridge, I couldn't figure out how to open it the other day, but so cute. Not the biggest fridge, right?
They're using latches like we see in RVs now, where things are secured in.
Yep. Love. Isn't this the cutest little oven? Oh my goodness. You got bunks, huh? That's what's nothing different about that. You got a, you know, corded telephone, just the same as today. Thermostats in here. Got some storage. Is this a power? No, that's a light switch. Oh, hey, the light switch works. Did not expect that. Now, they were using what looks like real wood trim here, and then wood strips. You got your propane furnace, you got a bath. I mean, this bathroom does feel, let's see. That's a metal pan there. Interesting. And then a real toilet, so that is a little different. But, again, this is just, you're taking this to a trailer park or an RV park that is going to be, oh, I love this bedroom. But it is going to be just regular hookups like you'd see anywhere else, right? Like, this doesn't require any sort of foundation. Love the other door here, which does still work just fine. And I love the round windows on these doors. But I dare you to point out the differences. Show me the differences. Because if people could live in these in 1955, have we changed as humans?
No.
Huh. Funny how that works, right? Oh, man. There are a lot of folks that go, you need more than this, you need more than that. But this guy, although, again, I do feel like this is a mansion. I didn't notice the side vent here the other day. That's cool. I just feel like this is very livable. If we had the opportunity to buy one of these, it'd be pretty amazing. Even the rear of the Spartan is just, it's so cool looking, man. This is some like space age and a little skirting around the bottom.
So this is called Skyrise Terrace. This is basically a mock-up of what they wanted to build, of like a mobile home park in like a skyscraper form.
It's like a massive parking garage in here, and like you could, frankly, I wouldn't be against it.
They were gonna build these in, this in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Would you guys visit this? Because I definitely would. I'd stay in it. I don't know. See, I don't know. What I think would be cool is, right, like, keep all of like the, I don't know. I mean, in terms of like a footprint, this is pretty small compared to a lot of RV parks, right? You could fit so many people here. Theoretically, your investment would be paid off much sooner. Although that's a lot of cement, and I mean there's pros and cons to this. But I would rather live there than an apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. If only because you can move your home with you.
If you
can take it with
you.
Yeah. Which I just still think that's like kind of a futuristic sort of thing. But why does that not exist? What? So this is a really cool thing about this exhibit, is that when you, that's not a dirt bike. When you pass things, they're motion activated, so it'll start a series of sounds or a video or whatever. But I have no clue what the manufacturer of this. I think it's kind of cute. I like this. On the overhang here is a little goofy, but you know. Oh yeah, you see the lights there? Those kind of turned on there. So this. This is the 70s.
1972 Holly Park mobile home. It's 12
Holly
foot
Park
wide,
mobile home.
and as you can see, the industry is pushing to make these homes more spacious, including full-size kitchens, a living room, multiple bedrooms and bathrooms.
But yes, yeah, so 12 feet wide from 1972. I honestly don't think this is too bad. I mean, talk about counter space. You would normally obviously have a fridge there.
They were built to stay in one spot though.
Yeah. Yeah, 12 feet wide, you'd need an oversized load sticker on your rig. But, I mean, in terms of affordable housing, like, this is a great option, I think.
Yeah, it's big, it's spacious, there's plenty of room.
I like the color on the outside. I think that really plays an important role.
A lot of apartments are
No, a lot of apartments are not this big. And, you know, you do have some flex in the walls, right? The walls are thinner. And people might look down on you. This is a huge bedroom. For a bedroom, for something that's only 12 feet wide, right? Oh, welcome to the 70s. Goodness
big. Groovy or leave, man.
Whoa. Yeah, big groovy or leave, man. Oh my, I love the owls. This is very, oh my goodness. This is perfect. But this is, I mean, I would never look down on anybody for living in, you know, anything like this.
Just have washer dryer hookup.
I do think I will judge folks. Just full transparency. If you don't take care of your home, I'm gonna judge you. If you don't clean your home or wash it or act like you care, if you have the capacity to, if you know, obviously, if you have the capacity to, I'm gonna judge it. I will never judge somebody for what they choose to live in, especially if it's paid off. And look at that, nice creek there. Yeah, especially if it's paid off and all that. Now the other thing is, permits are very different for something like this. Sometimes you don't need permits depending on the jurisdiction. Sometimes you can actually get one of these a lot closer to a creek, where a house, you know, go fishing right in your backyard. Wouldn't that be nice?
A lot of these are built in, like, they have neighborhoods for these kinds of homes as well.
Which I think is, whoa. No, this is a completely different layout. Here's the kitchen. There's a better example. You know, you have all the same appliances in these. You know, you might not have one of these in a travel trailer today or an RV.
Breakfast nook area.
This is, I love the, yeah. You know, if we were ever thinking about a house, I think this actually swayed us away from houses. And people will argue, well, this is interesting. The installation's not as good and this and that, but if there's a will, there's a way. You know, there are also a few of these that will definitely surprise you as we continue.
Like, these are just the old ones.
Yeah,
at least the new ones.
Right. And it's also like, people live in these still. Like, a lot of these are still standing today, obviously, from the 50s, 60s, 70s. Plenty of them standing today. And with some of this, you know, just like any house renovation, you don't just tear down a 70s house. Door over here, that's interesting. You know, although I would be a little worried about it, like asbestos and things like that. Boy, it's, I mean, look at how much room you, genuinely, does this surprise anybody? My mom's bedroom is not this spacious.
Here, and get ready, your little vanity.
Yeah, not bad. I'd add a few lights for sure, but easy enough, right? This bathroom is so interesting. Full fiberglass surround in here.
I don't hate the corner shower tub.
I'm not going to step in that. I don't want to track that. But like a full, you know, that is so. And then Matt's RV reviews wouldn't disagree with me. I'm certain of it. This is a prime pooping position. Oh man, I love the I love when they, oh, this is a plastic. Oh, that's interesting, because some of the RVs today are that accordion material or whatever it is, and a full washer dryer here, like a separate unit in there. Isn't that nice? A little dark, but oh, you guys, I'm pretty sure I've had one of these exact clocks. There was something about the design of those as a kid that they actually genuinely scared me. I don't know why.
Go back over.
It's a really weird thing. Yeah, this is... Okay. Maybe this doesn't convince you, though. I can see that. You go, oh, well, they're ugly. And some people have no imagination. I'm starting to learn that about some of our audience. There's a lot of you guys that are greatly imaginative. Others, not so much. Oh. It's not a dirt bike, it's a snowmobile. Oh, man. The scale version of a mobile home was donated by the Schooler family. That's cute. That's a cute little doghouse right here. Automation and housing. So even, when was this again? 1982. They were talking about automating some of this, robots and things like that.
This one looks like a boat on wheels.
It does look like a boat on wheels. But as we continue up, look at this one. This is a very, very nice modern. right? So if you have no imagination, you don't need it with this guy. To me, this doesn't look bad.
No, the next three are ones that you could go like buy and get built right now.
Today, yeah. You got a front porch here, which, you know, the exterior is a kind of plastic clad, but who goes out and taps the, you know, but this is the interesting part. Same drywall, same thing you'd have in any other house. Your same IKEA furniture. This is kind of ridiculous. I believe that this one would be actually split into two, and then when it's right
here
delivered. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, when it's delivered, they're all kind of put together, which nothing wrong with that. Champion Home Builder says partner with the Arbor Day Foundation to plant one tree for every tree used in one of the homes it builds. Jeez, is this real wood? Kind of looks like real wood. It feels like real wood. Thinner wood. But this kitchen is freaking mondo. For some perspective, like this is a freaking massive kitchen. Now, personally, I kind of find this to be a little much. Like, we don't need this much space just to cook, but like counter space, counter space, counter space. Oh, this is ridiculous here. Oh my god. And then not only that, but you have that living room area over there, and you have this dining room area over here. You have a full washer dryer over here with a full fridge. I mean, what are you missing here? The windows galore, and these look to be double. I don't think they're triple pane windows. I think they're double pane windows, but who knows if that's an option, right? But like any other regular house, what's the difference? Yeah, look at this, right?
You have a nice big breakfast counter.
Yeah, we've been in many houses that are smaller than this. That's ridiculous. Full, like, you know, you're dealing with like residential. This is just, you know, and how much cheaper is this? I don't know. You have to look it up, but I know that it's probably about 50% of the cost. I love the vibes in here. All right, what about the bathroom, right? Like, you know, porcelain. There's your you know.
And this unit has 3 bedrooms.
This is a stupid sized closet, is it not?
It's a nice walk-in.
This is like a live-in closet.
You have like probably a water heater behind there.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I mean that seems like a regular surround. Yeah, I mean, to me that seems like a regular surround with the full glass.
Yeah.
What are you missing here? Oh my goodness. I love the theme they've got going on here. Oh, here's an important one actually for a lot of us. Manufactured homes are built to stand up to some of the Mother Nature's harshest weather events. Mechanical fastening, not just screws. Hold down and tension ties, straps and lumber connections, diaphragms and shear walls, all working together to develop a force-resisting system that does not back down. I would hope so. This one, it seems pretty extraordinary. We're not done with this tour yet?
I have 2 bedrooms in the bathroom.
Goodness, God. Okay, beautiful bedroom. I'd probably opt for no carpet, but I can see the benefits of the carpet. You got your nice popcorn ceiling.
Sound dampening in a bedroom.
Closet. Gee, that's insane. We've seen these rolling down the road though. That's another like full bathroom too. And like you're not dealing with that's porcelain throne. That's what the hell. Look at this. And then like this, you could easily house. Oh, so many people in here. I mean, at least a family of 4 or 5, depending on their ages.
3 to 5. Yeah.
Which, in fairness, it's like you could do more than that. But it's funny because when we live mobile, a lot of times, a lot of RVers will just they'll have like 8 kids. They're all like doing their best, and they love it. They love it. But you get something massive like this, and you're like, well, let's calm down a bit. Everybody needs their own room. Everybody needs their own trailer, basically. Oh, some of the design ideas. Hey, that one actually looks, the one in the middle especially looks pretty neat. Yeah, really neat. That one looks real sick. Huh. There was a display that actually showed the advantages of building more mobile. I can't remember what it was.
This one we're walking in the back door, not the front door.
I like the sliding door. Yeah, your front. What? If you were just dropped in here, would you think this is any different at all? This this is like that open concept sort of thing. One thing I find fascinating about a lot of houses is that they, like, you can have all of this area unsupported. I mean, obviously it works, right? Like, but I find it fascinating. There must be a lot to the architecture that I don't know. This is a Clayton home, R22, R21, R49. I'm sure it's like ceiling, walls, floor, something like that.
So
you have an office in this one.
zoning restrictions due to outdated perceptions of manufactured housing remain one of the biggest barriers to providing affordable homes for families. Cross-mod homes have a similar look and feel to the traditional site-built housing, which can help create more zoning opportunities and neighborhood acceptance than has been available for manufactured homes in the past.
I think it all comes down to people don't mind their own business and they say, I want my neighborhood to look a certain way. And I think that's unfortunate, is that like other people's perceptions prevent you from having affordable, realistic, and look, even if I can, let's say this, right? Like, even if we could afford a $500,000 house, which we might be able to, you know, be able to. Can we really afford it? And what if we don't want to spend all of our money on that $500,000 house? Because I mean, we could. We just don't want to. And this, you know, not only that, but like in Kirkland, in Seattle, you're not finding a house for under $1 million that's not a teardown.
Right.
You know, and then the other thing that comes into play, right, is that these houses are not necessarily the most expensive part anymore, right? Where land is the most expensive part. You know, some of it is more affordable than others. This is an incredible. I love that this is like. There's something about this. I kind of like that the toilet is like way over here. Yeah. Oh, this one's actually outside.
Yeah, this one's like the one that sits out in the front.
That's cool. This is, golly, they did a great job with these. And again, we're like looking at, you know, I don't think they're actually using they're using a different material here, but it's painted. It's painted, which I really like because you can just touch it up.
Another walk-in closet.
This is ridiculous. This is just an insane, I mean, this is a nice home. Yeah, you got more closet in there. This is ridiculous. And then your washer. Wash and dry, which almost sounds like it's working. And then you also, this is kind of interesting, your air conditioner, central AC with ducting. And then your water, that's a massive water here. Yes, indeed. So, and this guy still has dual pane windows, it looks like. So, wow. I mean, and then does this one have a, oh yes, like a garage. Oh, this is actually a garage. This cross-mod home produced minimal waste. The majority of the waste was recycled and will be used in future home construction. Everything you see here was what's left over after we constructed this off-site built home. That's not much to look at, which is pretty beautiful. But think about it, right? Like, you're paying less in labor, which is a big deal. It can be more sustainable. They can store materials. They don't have to like have the materials shipped in and then figure out what to do with them, so they just toss them out. But if you're talking about sustainability, this does make a lot of sense. And we're not like the biggest, greenest people, you know, ever. Although I think who doesn't want their footprint to be a little smaller, or to, you know, pay less because they didn't waste so much. You're not paying for all the waste. I cannot believe this house keeps going. Oh, yeah, we didn't see this bedroom yet. Jeez Louise. And our like, this is crazy. So this is definitely like a, wait, you have a separate section here? Cool. Yeah, but yeah, show me some disadvantages. I would love to know. One potential argument I could see would be like insulation, but no, it seems great. I mean, that part is outside and it doesn't seem that much more. I mean, it's a little warmer because the windows are open and the AC is not like pumping, because why would they? It's going, but it's
I would not mind having this house as my neighbor.
I'll be very, and that's the other thing, right? It's like, oh, public perception. No, I think personally, to me, it looks wonderful. Well, you can't see it from here, but this one looks like a wonderful house, and you can pick your siding. You know, it even has a faux stone down there, and you got your shingles and all that. Your resale value may not be great, but I'm just not a fan of buying houses just to resell them. I think that's just to get rich, I should say, right? There's something that, I don't want to call it unethical, but it's something that's not within my value system. I understand people make money that way. That's cool. That's just not for me. Just not for me. Fairmont Homes, a Cavco company. Ooh. So this one is not as nice as those ones over there, but also, right, you can see it's kind of a plastic siding, you know, but how much less time do they spend installing that, and how much less do you pay as a result? This guy, okay, feels pretty good. Oh, these interior walls.
Well, you come in and go directly to the right. That's the master.
This is a beautiful door.
I like that all of these houses have a master separate from the rest of the house.
So this feels a lot more like an RV, which, you know, pros and cons. So this guy has that, it's like that strips they use to cover the wallboards, right? These walls don't feel terrible, you know. You do see some staples in here, you know, nothing that you couldn't buy, and you know, here's that kind of corner molding there because they're just using that wallboard. Again, you could always paint this, and you know, it's your home. So, but you're using porcelain throne, and oh, that's kind of cute. I love that window up there. I don't know. I think this is very, yeah. See the wallboard material? Yeah, available in a fraction of the time. Electrical, plumbing, and every other construction process is done inside Cavco Building Centers, eliminating the scheduling hassles and weather delays that plague site-built construction. And what else do you get when you get one of these?
Well, there's 31 locations they build these, so you don't have to wait for it to come from like Indiana to Washington.
You can pick one up in Oregon. We have seen time and time again these houses that have not yet been wrapped. The 2x4s and the plywood or the OSB is just sitting there getting dumped on, right? Especially in Washington.
Yeah, these are all built in buildings, in factories, and so you don't have to worry about any of the weathering conditions.
Absolutely, which I think is cool. Most of them are built that way. I'm sure there's some that are not.
Like this. Table just like built into the island.
Yeah, well, it's a natural extension, and it doesn't take up, like, you're not wasting excess space creating a gap here, which is cool. So it's much more usable. This is freaking massive. This is insane. Hey, let's see. Talk to the paw, because the ears don't want to hear it. Yeah, Energy Star certified. That makes good sense, right? You know, even though I don't like the visual of like this here personally. This is a walk through. It must be like a back door. I don't like the way that it looks. It doesn't feel flexible. Like there's nothing about this that. Yeah, you can see they build inside of these massive deals. So, in addition to the HUD code seal of approval, our manufacturing homes are built to meet or exceed local building codes. I hope so. This ensures your home is not any more vulnerable to storm, hurricane, or tornado damage than a site-built house. Yes, indeed. And we have seen plenty of houses that, am I wrong? Like they're not very, very well built. I mean, things are falling. Like we've seen like the faux brick falling off the side. Like obviously every house has issues, much like RVs and much like these, I'm sure.
I wonder how these
Smaller
feel.
closet.
I wonder if these have the same like settling effect that a on-site built house does. You know how they settle. I wonder if these settle the same way.
Well, and you have the higher likelihood of having like something like a jig in order to create more repeatability, consistency. That's what I'm looking for. Still a big closet. Like this is a big closet. Oh. Yeah. There's less. I mean, there's one big window here, but less windows in this one than are. You know, but I think it's a price point. You know, where on the price point are you? Right. This is really not a bad unit. Not as nice, but I wouldn't scoff at this thing. Well, I should say not as fancy. It's pretty nice, in my opinion. But they have ducted ACs in these. These seem pretty decent. And then, of course, there are communities specifically do pop yours on. So you rent the land. The problem with that, in my opinion, is that you never truly own your...
I wonder if you can give them these built and just dropped off on whatever piece of land you want, or if you have to have them built into a community.
Oh, I'm sure. But just imagine, oh man, can you imagine rainwater collection, solar, and then you just get a septic tank installed?
I would live in one of these in Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, there's Seattle and Ranier.
Alaska.
Where are these in Seattle? Wait, they're gonna show? Man, they're showing all, oh, like, they got solar there. See,
yeah, you would never know.
You would know. No, I wouldn't know. That's for sure. Huh. Right? I mean, that's...
They're all over the place.
No, and again, I think it comes down to... Ooh, some of these are actually really pretty. They look like beautiful cabins. Some of them are just more boxy and kind of boring. In my, you know, as you can see, this is a terrible photo. Why would they even show this? Some of them, you have like a Terraport sort of thing on the side, which I think is cool. Think about, with all that money that you saved, maybe you want to retire early. Maybe you want to have some money to just go have fun, or you want to send your kids to college, you know? Oh man, there's a really cool exhibit. I'm gonna find this and link it below, because this is actually a really cool deal about container homes.
Container buildings, how they're modular and how you can move them where the need is, not where a stick and brick building always exists.
Right, and if you no longer need that building there, you can just take it, and the taxpayer doesn't have to pay for a new building. They just have to pay for transportation of this, which is, you know, much more reasonable. Some cool photos here. A lot of older homes, right? I love to ornament my house, and in 25 years of living here, no one has ever touched anything. Some of these get sort of goofy looking, you know, where you start doing add-ons and such, and why not, right? What if you didn't have to pay for a home? What if you could pay your house off? What? That's crazy, right? Crazy. They're talking. This is an interesting example of a little exaggerated. Talking about like the old-fashioned way of like how they build houses today, right? Which is, you know, it's a thing. Nothing wrong with you like your house, obviously, but like talking about some inconsistencies in boards and
Weathering and things like that.
Yeah, weathering, and then I genuinely do believe that this happens. I would not be surprised one bit. And then they're talking about, this is a little exaggerated, I think. But the
Factories that the manufactured homes are built in.
yeah, they can potentially be more consistent. Yeah, you do need to, you can transport them by train or truck. Yeah, that's usually what we've all seen these, I'm sure, but it is kind of impressive to see, in my opinion. I don't know, but you can have one of these set up in what, a day or two, if that.
Probably. The museum exit is straight ahead where you'll see the SpaceX sign. At this point, you have seen the origins of the manufactured home industry, the evolution through the 30s, 50s, and 70s, and finally, you toured what they have become today. Our theory is that the last frontier of the industry will include factory-built homes being shipped to planets beyond Earth. Enjoy the Mars scene as you exit, and thank you for visiting the museum. Come back again in the future as we are still working on developing the museum into a finished product.
I was expecting there to be like a modular home in space, but it's not quite. But here's some air conditioning and heating and all that good stuff. Oh, playground. Oh, it's actually a playground. Hey, that's kind of cool if you brought your kids here. There's a Pepsi truck. I haven't seen that for a while. But yeah, I was thinking like maybe there'd be like a modular home here. I do think they used a lot of cool tech and stuff.
Well, they just kind of show you where they think homes will be next.
You'll be entering the SpaceX capsule, landing on Mars for the first home in space. Which they did it up, that's for sure. They did it up, but I was expecting to see like a modular home. Like maybe this is a modular home. Oh, that's what it is. This is like the little display. And of course in the camera you can't see anything.
But it looks like Mars, that place is so fucking Mars. I feel like they would build these upward, like you'd have layers.
Let us know, guys, did this influence your perception of like a manufactured or trailer or whatever you want to call it at all?
Do you know the difference between those and RVs?
Which, that, obviously, those brand new ones. But like the old Spartan, what's the difference? I don't know. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.